I'm Maya.
And I'm Karen. And we're here
this.
today for February journaling. Because tomorrow,
close to it.
So tomorrow is the first day of February. So we wanted to make sure that we got out our February journaling video today, which is January 31st. Okay, so today we're discussing February's journaling, and so wonder how everybody did for January. For those who were new to journaling, how did you fare? Were you able to, did you follow the prompts that we had listed, or was it, were they just too many prompts, or did you venture out on your own? So I would love to hear in the comments below how you tailored January's journaling to yourself. Maya, well, how did you do journaling this month? Or this month. I know you don't journal every day.
Yeah, I don't journal like that. I only journal when something, like I have an issue that I need to get out on paper. So I journaled maybe 3 times the month of, it's a 3 days in the month of January. School just began and that's stressful, but
yeah.
So those are the only times I journaled.
Yeah, well, obviously I journal every day. This is my, what I have issues. It's not
goody two shoes.
Whoops.
It's like, yes, teacher, I did my journaling assignments every day.
Well, like I said before, journaling has really helped me over the years, and I've been journaling for 20-something years now. Not to brag. I'm not trying to say that for bragging rights.
And the viewers are laughing at. We're laughing at it's like, it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's just we journaled because we are better than you.
No, I journal because I get my thoughts and feelings out on paper a lot of time, and then, like I said, I tend to find clarity when I'm writing, and then it's like I have those, like, to borrow Oprah Winfrey's phrase, aha, or you know, that sort of thing. Like I'll have a mind like shift or whatnot while I'm writing, and then it just changes the whole trajectory of my mood, the moment, what have you. So January was interesting because it was the beginning of 2020. It was the beginning of the year. It was new, and it probably made it quite easy to journal per se because it was new. So for February, what I wanted to do, instead of having 28 prompts, I wanted to focus on 4 different areas.
So one weekly?
Yeah, so on a weekly sort of thing, which would make it a lot easier for those. So you can journal about, so I'm gonna give you the topic or the theme for that week, and instead of all these different days, you could just write underneath that theme, write something dealing with that theme. So I have 4 themes for the month of February in our journaling this month. And in week 1, which will likely begin tomorrow, because I did them for each Sunday, but if you wait until next Sunday, you only have 3 Sundays, but if you do it tomorrow, start your journaling tomorrow, then we'll just do it for each Monday. And you have 4 Mondays.
Whenever you see this video.
Or whenever you see or whenever you
that
see
could be on Friday.
Right. So there's 4 prompts for the 4 weeks in February. The first prompt is, because it's February and it's the month of love. Why are you shaking your head?
For those that don't have love, no, I'm kidding.
But okay, so I wanted to speak to that too. I didn't want to put emphasis on that because I think a lot of times people do, and I don't think, while we do journal about love between 2 people, I think that love encompasses so much more than just romantic relationships all the time. All the time.
Making fun of her title.
I know. Okay, so February is deemed the month of love, so I thought we would follow that theme in the 4 areas that I wanted to.
You just countered your own argument.
Okay,
No,
She's
no.
analyzing me as
You just said you don't want it to be focused on love, and then you said month of February is about love.
Okay, but what I mean about love
is your 4 topics.
My 4 topics. So just hear me out, and then we can discuss them. I don't want the video to be super long. Okay, so because I want people to journal, I don't want them to sit here and for days. I don't want to take up all your time. I just want to share this with you. So for week 1, it's writing about love for ourselves. And I don't mean selfish love, like me. I'm talking about loving ourselves, learning to love ourselves, and how we could take that to a different level spiritually, in our spiritual walk, mentally, and how we think about life and how we connect with it, physically, how we physically take care of ourselves and show ourselves love in this month of February. And then emotionally, how do we express our emotions through writing, and explaining that on too during with journaling. I will say this: in my journal for myself, emotionally, what a lot of times when I find myself caught up in a moment or upset or irritable, I write about that. And that's what I mean about writing about one's emotions. Physically, one thing that I do write in my, sometimes I'll do journal bulleting, where I'll take the title or the theme for the day, and then physically I'll write out what I did that day to take care of my physical body, and write about the successes, how I've progressed, and what I'm thankful for that my body is able to do. So that's what I mean in terms of spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental. So that's what I actually mean, if anybody needed any guidance in that area. Week 2, the topic is, my handy dandy notebook is over here. Love for your family. How do we express that? And writing about that for that week. Like, for instance, there are like 3 areas that I have written. So you will write this down in your journal and expound upon it. Are we sharing words of affirmation? I know for you, Maya, that's
my love language.
That's her love language. If you've ever read the book, The 5 Love Languages, I think
just read it online, because I pressed the quiz.
There's a quiz.
So much faster than the book. I'm kidding.
So there is a book, The 5 Love Languages. It's very old. You can get it anywhere now. And so we've all taken that test. And Maya's love language is words of affirmation. But then I'm saying, even though it's not always our love language per se, it's always good to dole out words of affirmation, not where we're being
mushy.
No, like flattery. We're not trying to do, faux flattery or anything like that. But literally,
there's a test these people did. I don't know what the test is called, but they just go up to a stranger and be like, "You look really beautiful today," and it might not be their love language, but you just see the person's face bloom, and it's like so cute because the person's like, "Really, I do?"
Oh yeah,
and they feel seen for like that moment of time, or
like just telling someone instead of, I remember one time someone told me, "You are so thoughtful." And I thought, like, really I am? and I really thought about that, and I, it stuck with, yeah, you got that, okay. But it really stuck with me all these years, and I thought, if someone saw that in me, let me continue to grow in that and be try to become more thoughtful, listen better, those sorts of things, and writing about that. The other thing is quality time. How much quality time? Write about the
Did you just steal the love languages, mother?
No, but what I'm saying is,
I get it.
when you're writing, when you're writing in your journal.
Wait, you didn't tell them what the 5 love languages. They might not know. What
I don't know all of them, but I know it's acts of service. So that was my other one too. By the way, acts of service. Are there some things like we're all being quarantined together? Okay, well, a lot of us are. I know at this moment in time,
I have my own room. No kidding.
there are a couple of people who are here. If this never happened, she wouldn't be home right now, and our other daughter wouldn't be home at this time either. They would both be on campus. And I know during these times, there are moments where you're like, you just want to escape. So acts of service, sometimes these, even if it's not the other person's love language, when we're journaling, how do we...
What is an act of service? You didn't.
Acts of service, like, you see the counter needs to be wiped off. So you wipe it off, or you take the trash out.
She's not allowed to talk anymore because that just sounded so petty. Okay, acts of service is like, say you wanted to cook breakfast for yourself, but you were like, I could make breakfast for everyone. That is an act of service for your entire family. That is not petty. She just ruined the whole act of service.
As it applies to journaling, in that you journal about ways that you could show your love and your appreciation for your family through acts of service, and how it made you feel, and what did it motivate you to do the next time. Okay, week 3 is love for the community, love for your community, and meaning what are some things that you could possibly do in your community to affect change or show love. Now, you may say, like, I only live in a small neighborhood, it's very quiet, that's us. I will say, when we lived in a military community, it was so much easier to feel a part of something greater than yourself. There were so many organizations and so many community activities that one could join, the kids could join, young adults could join, in order to feel a part of something greater. But however, since we've been outside of a military community, it does feel a bit different in terms of connecting with the community around you, especially if you didn't grow up there or spend a lot of time there as we have experienced. So, in saying that, I would, when it comes to journaling about community, I thought of one way to show, to write about community would be checking on your elderly neighbors. There's a lot. See if they need anything.
That's my
see if they need anything. Ask them how they're doing. Oftentimes, because we're so disconnected from family during this time, people don't have anyone looking and checking on them or seeing if they're okay. One of our neighbors this past fall went to the farmer's market, I think we got a ton of watermelons. And you could take, if you bought one, they gave you 2 for free or something like that.
They were trying to encourage people eating fruit in the neighborhoods.
Well, yes, that was their community outreach. So when we got home, I realized we had a watermelon in the refrigerator. We just got another watermelon and then we had 2 extras. So what were we going to do? So we took the 2 watermelons to our neighbors on either side, and they were so excited. I mean, I didn't really think of how that would, be something that was so nice and so kind, but they were just overjoyed, from sharing the fruit.
It was something simple.
It was something simple. So a lot of our videos coming up will be us in the garden. It's going to be our 2nd year gardening. We're so excited about it. And
learn more than anybody. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
That might be true. And I'll be journaling. Well, I'm video journaling all of that because I'm just excited. And so anything that you have, like while you're gardening, what you have left over, because with all the stuff that we're doing from seed, we have sat and thought to ourselves, if all of these vegetables and herbs come to fruition, if they grow,
we'll have way too much
we'll
food.
have way too much food. So what are we going to do with that? We'll be leaving little bags.
She just went insane. It was like seed.
We'll just be handing out tomatoes and Swiss chard to everybody in the neighborhood.
Our neighbors won't even have to go to the store for a month.
For a month.
Neither will we.
But that's another way to get involved in your community and affect change, and write about that. How did that affect you? And also you use the journaling process to think of ways to affect change in your community. And last but not least, love of God or whoever you call on, and finding deeper and meaningful ways to connect with God emotionally. Am I carving out enough time? How much time am I just spending quietly alone, with Him? And how am I allowing God or to affect change in my life? And how does that show forth in the lives of others? As He touches my life, how do I then touch other people's lives? And that's the 4 prompts that will be for February. And on that note, we want to thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the new subscribers. We thank you for all those who are following the journaling, and we'll be back for March journaling, because
I'll probably look like ragged because I'll have finished 1 month of school.
Right. And we just thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That really does help. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.